Check 1. Mic check 2 and 3. As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends and neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. Mama said there'll be days just like this. And as we all say, one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Exactly. Come on, baby. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours. And more. Yep. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. All right. So the news of the hour is the Cowboys cut Carl Lawson. Yep. And they also cut some new other guys. Yep. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We had a little technical difficulties, but it's all about building the plane as we fly. And unfortunately, something is going on with my Streamlabs, so I couldn't go live there. So, I had to figure out another way. So we used another platform. So all of my things will not be in here. But this is just going to be straight me in this process here. Appreciate everybody. Lawson was cut, and we didn't see much of him in the preseason game. I got a chance to see a few of his moves there. This is not saying that he would not be brought back onto the team, but they probably looking at everything for a 53-man crunch crisis type of thing, and that's what they did. So they cut Carl Lawson, and they bringing in Tyus Bowser in for a cup of coffee to work out. Now, this is what I said this morning on my video. It is always a good thing to make sure that you're not comfortable. That's in short of the video. It is always making sure that you bring in guys so it won't be comfortable for the other guys. And they're sitting there saying to themselves, damn, he got cut. Oh, my goodness. I need to today in practice bring forth even more to the table. And I think that also is mentioned that they cut Peyton Hendershot. Now, I don't want you guys to get into anything like, hey, this is the end of the world. It's the end of the world, because very much so they can bring these boys back. Keep in mind, you got 17 spots for the practice squad. And it's all about trying to make and get under the NFL ruling. I think it's about 3 o'clock today to get your 53 on, right? So they're leveraging, hey, we're going to cut you today, but stay by the phone. And if everything goes through and clear waivers beyond 24 hours or something like that, we will bring you back. That is a normal thing. Last year around this time, when it was a cut day, they cut Cooper Rush, and they cut, what's the other quarterback name? It's at the tip of my tongue. I think Will Grier. And we only had Dak Prescott. But they said, hey, stay by the phone, and we're going to bring you back on. So that's how that goes right here, ladies and gentlemen. For those who complain about long intros and stuff like that, if you ever try to do content creations, especially with live feeds, it's going to take you 3 to 4 minutes to get all of the buttons together. So that's just how lives are. But for those who are watching that's already been with the nation, rolling with the nation, y'all understand that's how the program is too, by the way. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation. Just Josh Ball is gone as well. Shout out to you, Choctaw, Montana. Appreciate you. So it is what it is. Also, Law, you told us that Dak would sign on Thursday. I never said that, Daniel. I never said that. I report the news. My name to fame is not to try to do speculations. I report what is being said, and then we give you guys actual information. This is not no hopeful and these sorts of things. And if you guys can ever try to challenge me on my words, I got a memory like an elephant. I know what I said. So it would be nice if the Cowboys signed him by Thursday, by the way. But the Jones family, this is what they do. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is when it's time to play this particular game. Yeah, so yeah, people know what, people come here to get the truth. And the truth shall set you free. Look at Brad got my back over there. Come on now.
What more do you want?
Yeah, Brad said he definitely didn't say that, But, we would take it. We would take it if it happened that day, right? We want things to happen. But at the end of the day, none of these things are set in stone. That's why I get on to people who say that players are trash. Like, let me know when y'all played in the National Football League. I don't use the word trash because at the end of the day, they are playing at the highest of the highest level, right? And what happened here is due to the course of the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and the guy by the name of Skip Bayless's. They are so quick to call players trash and horrible that now all of a sudden people as fans of this game feel as if though it's comfortable to talk and belittle someone and call them trash. Right? We shouldn't be in that mindset. We should be looking at it from these perspectives of, hey, this guy in this system can work for us. I've seen so many people speak out of turn with Devin Cook, saying he's washed, he's trash, Law, he can't do this, like you did a better job, right? So y'all got to get out of that mindset of spitting upon and talking about someone that very much so, if they score and they get a touchdown, you will be cheering, right? So it's just crazy to me how y'all would speak death into someone, speak life into someone. You got power of life and death in the tongue, so speak positivity. Maybe, just maybe, in life, God will start blessing you all, right? But so many people would take the Stephen A. Smith approach, right? And the Skip Bayless's approaches of this world, right? So this is crazy. Yeah, they cut Lawson, right? Right? They cut him. It's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the day. Now, they got Muhammad still out there. He's fighting for his life. Now, by them cutting Lawson, Muhammad is like, oh, Lord, I got to play like Ali now, right? And on top of that, you got Chauncey. He's looking back at this thing saying, hey, man, nobody's safe right here. They got the OJ knife out here. Yeah, they cutting over here, man. Oh, my goodness.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Yes, indeed. They got to prepare for it. The Cowboys heading into this particular year, the 2024 season, with the mindset that, hey, Coach Zim, he don't like mistakes. He don't like mistakes. And what we don't know here is how many times they called in an assignment and said player didn't pick up the assignment right. The said player didn't understand the things that they're trying to do as a team. And then guess what we get from here? We get this.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft.
So he don't want no soft stuff around here. And I heard that Ball is gone as well. The news on Cooks, they got to send him through the evaluation processing here. But that was the news that was hit last night that Dalvin Cook is competing to get out here. Now, I'm hearing that a lot of times people will look at this and say, hey, at this point of his career, he's nothing more or just the same as Rico Didal. I would look at it from these perspectives. You bring in him to still challenge that approach. You still want to. It's the want to win, right? It's the want to. I get it. I get it. Is this a Ferrari, a Lambo? Is this one of those things where you say to yourself, all right, let's do this, Law Nation? Why all of a sudden now we are out here trying to shop in free agency? Well, we got money now. And they signed CeeDee Lamb to a $136 million deal. 100 of that is guaranteed. And that opens up the monies for the Cowboys to go out there and grab a player. Shout out to you, Jamie. So there goes to show you that leave no stone unturned. Put it like this. A lot of people marvel at what the Eagles do during their offseason, and a lot of people marvel at what the maybe you can say now what the Washington did or whoever else in our division. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the NFC East, we compete against each other strongly, and I would still take my team as of this day, as of this day, 2024, August the 20, where we at? August the 27th. I would still take my team over the Eagles. I would still take my team over the Giants. I would still take my team over the Washington team. So the name of the game is to get to the playoffs. I get it. A lot of people already talking about, hey, what we going to do in the playoff. It's about what we going to do week 1 right now. Cook still got it. Yeah. So if you in the chat and you're willing to take the Cowboys over Eagles, let me know. If you're willing to take the Cowboys over Washington, let me know. If you're willing to take the Cowboys over the Giants, let me know. Right? Let me know. Take Cook over Rico. Yeah. Here's the thing is with Rico, and as well as with Zeke, and as well as with Cook, and I would say Deuce Vaughn and Hunter Lupke. You got to understand, out of all of those boys, the healthiest one is Deuce Vaughn. He's the healthiest one. Everybody else, histories of injury. When I look at the aspect of having a Zeke on his team, I'm not having the tunnel vision. Some people looking at it like, hey, oh man, we gonna suck because we got Zeke, and a third of you got, he's washed, Law, he's trash. That's what y'all say. And then when you look at Rico, he stay hurt. Oh, he got a hip this, and the hip don't do that, and the feet don't do this. And then you look at Cooks. Don't bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, don't bring him in. He's not the answer. Look at what he did last season, with that particular team, with the Jets. And then he got moved on from the Jets, and he shifted over to the Ravens. Didn't do much there. But what I'm saying, damn it, is that we're not looking at these guys as the individual piece. You should look at these guys as a collective. I'm not asking, damn it, Zeke to run for 25 to 30 times a game. I'm not viewing Zeke as that person. I'm not viewing as Rico. If he's the guy that they want to run the ball with, I'm not viewing him as a 25 to 30 attempt guy. Nor am I, if they bring in Dalvin Cook, I'm not asking him to be the end-all be-all. I'm looking for this to be a running back by committee. And when I ask everybody that's watching right now, who was the last superstar running back? Put it in the chat. Who was the last superstar running back in the National Football League to win multiple playoff games in the Super Bowl? I'm asking. You have to go all the way back to the year, I believe, 2012, 2013. And his name is Beast Mode. Look how far you got to go back. And even CMC, it's not just him. Even he is on a running back by committee type of thing. CMC got the other kid, Cal Juszczyk, and the other guy, I think that they found, Elijah, his name is Elijah Mitchell or something like that. So why all of a sudden, in order for the Cowboys to win, We got to have one. We can only have one running back. Come on. No, it's going to be a committee approach. And I look, not to take away from Pacheco, I like what he's doing in that particular system. But not everybody gifted and birthed into a situation to be in that system. Yeah. He was in the right system. Yeah. And that's the only person that you can say he's not a superstar running back, but he get the necessary yards. Guarantee. When you look at the Chiefs, he's not averaging 1.9 yards per tote in the postseason. Yeah. So let's go. There's only so many roster spots, Law. Every spot is crucial. Can't afford dead weight. I agree with you, Tall Montana. I agree. Where are our dead weights right now? Shoot, our dead weights is primarily we got too many quarterbacks. We got too many quarterbacks. I think that you need a strong backup, but not three. Well, not two. You need strong one backup, and then I always have people on the phone on standby. I think that far as the running back room, no more than four. No more than four. The reason why we can go short at tight end because Hunter Lupke or Princeton Fant, if both of those boys, is Princeton Fant got cut, right? My guy Matt, shout out to you. He says the dead weight is Dak Prescott. I feel you, Matt. I feel you. I would love to know, who do you prefer? Who do you prefer? Tyrus Bowser be balling. Yeah, he been hurt for the last 2 seasons, but when healthy, he give you about 6 or 7, maybe close to 8 sacks. He's more of a run stopper guy, Yeah. Dallas hard hit. Appreciate you, man. Lance is the dead weight. Here's the thing, though, and do you have any patience to the team more than that? Here's the thing with even Lance. He got all of the potentials in the world. We just don't have all of the contracts. That's the only thing. We don't have the contract. If we were to say we drafted Trey Lance and he was in this system for 3 years and now it's time for him to blossom and bloom, then yeah. But hey, we only have a year under his belt with the Cowboys and a few pocket change. So he's going into his second year under Mike McCarthy, right? If I'm Trey Lance rep, I'm telling Trey Lance, hey, attach yourself with Mike McCarthy. Wherever he go, you follow, right? And Mike McCarthy don't have a contract for the foreseeable future. Don't run from it. Don't run from that. Wherever he go, you go. That's what I would do. And when Mike McCarthy re-up, then you tell the Cowboys, hey, give me a serviceable small contract, and I'll be willing to ride under the shadows of Mike McCarthy. That's what I would do. Because if he goes to another team, if the Cowboys cut him, he goes to another team, and then he goes to a different philosophy in the system and the principle, it could be another 2 or 3 year delay. That's what I would do, And if Cooper Rush can find him a home. If Cooper Rush get cut today, right, which I doubt it, he can always pick up the phone and say, hey, Kellen Moore, I'm your dog. I'm your boy, I'm your boy. Hook a brother up. And we can shoot back at the Dallas whenever we play them, right? I know what all happened during the offseason, the last 3 years of what the Cowboys' plans are, And that could be a situation that could work against us, That's just what I'm thinking. So he'll find him a home. All right, so here's let me go back to my page here. Shout out to everybody, man, for tuning in to the nation. Shout out to you all. For those who just not tuning in, wide receiver Cowboys CeeDee Lamb officially back in Frisco, Texas, agreeing to a 4-year, $136 million extension. This clip from Ernie is from last year, by the way. This is not happening right now. Ernie, boy, he loved to do that mind trickery thing. Let's go with there's a post from Outlaw. And on his earlier post, requires some corrections. That's what he's stating right here, ladies and gentlemen. And it states that I was not aware of the OTC label. Lamb is suspended and the non-activity roster cap charges. Section several days ago, taking his cap hit out of the question or the equation here. The Cowboys have roughly $28.5 million before CeeDee Lamb's cap numbers are extracted here. Let me see if they did the update right quick. Go to over the cap, and we will see if they did the update today as far as the Cowboys. No, they haven't updated it yet. So roughly right around here, the Cowboys still have 28.5. You can round it up to $29 million available until they do the update. That's just what it is, Cowboy Nation. But when we was talking about that, I always go with this mindset. There's no element of surprise. When you, ladies and gentlemen, look at this cut day and you look at the guys that's not going to be on this list, the cap is going to do is fluctuations of up and down. It's going to start percolating for you and twerking and all of that stuff. Megan Thee Stallion ain't got nothing on cut day. It's going to be going up and down. Some people you can prorate. Some people you can stash away. Some people you're going to get cap relief from cutting. And then some people going to count against the dead money depending on who you cut. The realities of it, ladies and gentlemen, is when you look at the bigger picture of everything. Like Choctaw said, there should be no dead weight at all on this. There should be no situation or a deal whereas we looking at this saying, are the Cowboys building and designing the team that can win us down the stretch? I'm saying all of this to ask you guys, where do you see the weak spots on this team? Where do you see the weak spots on this team? Outside of the nonsense of, hey, the quarterback is the weak spot. But where do you guys see the weak spot at on this team? Because secondary, I'm okay. Far as the safety, I still have reservations on a DB. I mean, the cornerback. I like Diggs. I like him. But I don't want to rush him, right? I don't want to rush him. Sanchu says mentality. Look, I think
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
I think naturally the mindset of the defense is going to change drastically. Jeez, I think that's going to change. Trip Aces says play calling is offensively, the players are fine. I got no rebuttal to that. I'll have to see the play calling. Sometimes Mike McCarthy do give you that moment where you say to yourself, hey, what was that? Just run the damn ball, right? When you're inside your own 20, especially inside your 5, run the ball, show power. Hopefully we can see that. Look, when I was out there, true story. Practice today is 6 o'clock, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be there. When I was out there, they got a jumbo package, whereas we had Hunter, Zeke, and they did a substitution of bringing in TJ in there as your third tight end. We scored 10 times out of 10. Zeke, when he dropped that cantankerous head, he dropped that head off in there, pause if necessary. It was a score. It was a flat-out score. So I would tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I think that we will present power. And then they did another one, whereas Zeke acted like he was going to do a play action, and Lance was able to throw a fade ball to Ferg, wide open. Ferg was literally in the end zone saying, YMCA. So I think, and this could be, I hope it's not tongue-in-cheek, because I get it. We can talk about, well, that's because our D-line is not able to stop that. Hunter is no one to sneeze at with a full head of steam. TJ, if he continue to make this team and they move him as that third tight end on that goal line package, I think that he's no one to sneeze at. I think that play could be very valuable. Yeah. Shame on the guy taking a dump on Deuce Vaughn. Now my thing is with Deuce Vaughn, we got to. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on, my deal is shooting it up over here. Okay, yeah. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So somebody says we need another wide receiver. Nick Chubb won't play week 1. I'm trying to do all of the Q&As. Running back, D-line, and cornerback. Those are Rev's weakest spots on his team. The running backs is literally...
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
The other spot that you said, what you said, Rev? What you said? Let me hear what you said. You said the what was the other thing? D-line. You said D-line. Let me see. I'm trying to find D-line and cornerback. Is D-line is D-line my dog? My dog. Hear me out. Is D-line more so of depths? Or is it more so of the individuals that's going to be playing? Is it D tackles or is edge, Rev? You got to break that down. We need Khalil Herbert. I like him. Yeah. Let me know. And if Noah Brown, look, I like Noah Brown, but let him go to another team. Noah Brown still. Noah Brown, I'm still mad at Noah Brown for dropping that ball in Jaguars when we played against Jaguars. Jeez. Let me know. We're going to talk about the D-line. Shout out to you, Alex. Shout out to Too Broke to Pay Attention. Appreciate you. Eric, man, shout out to you, fam. Depths. Because here's my thoughts, and I appreciate everybody for jumping in. If y'all can do me a huge favor, and I know we normally try to get things going for you guys. If y'all can do me a huge favor, hit the like, share this content. Sharing is caring. All right, so if I can go Micah Parsons. Hold on. Parsons, come on with it, Parsons. We got him that's going to be on the D-line, ladies and gentlemen. Name me, and we got him on our side, you know what I'm saying? Not like he's on someone else's side. Name me, ladies and gentlemen, 5 other defensive linemen that's better than him on the edge. Name me 5 others that you would say right now, take salary caps, all that stuff off. Name me the 5 guys that you would just say, hey, I would take him over Parsons. And I'm just being real now. And I'm going to have to ruminate on the other guy that I'm going to pull up. You know, you can't see his name, but that's Michael Parsons, by the way. It's cut off for show because I'm using this other system, and I don't know how to. Let me see. I make it bring it down. I slid it down just a little bit. Yeah. I can see it right there. Yeah. Not 5. Right. Come on. Long future vision. Come on, baby. Come on with it. Let's go. Sharing is caring. Y'all hit that share.com. Hook a brother up. Help a brother out. Williams, Miles Garrett, TJ Watt, not son, but Watt. Yeah, I feel you, Williams. It's about 2. Yeah. You can't name me. Brush said no one. He literally singing a song over here, you know. He's shooting all them things down. Where is that? Come on, baby.
Nobody.
So Zombie said nobody. BBL Drizzy. Thank you. All right, so let me go in PFF. Okay. Let me type in. I know this list, boy. Now if I had Boss on the show, he said, now you see this guy? He do the wee woo. Shit. All right. All right, God.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Hear me out. I'm going to raise this same question. Yeah, put that butter knife down, you know. Put that butter knife down.
Shame.
Josh Butler
Shame.
got cut. I think he got cut first day,
Shame.
didn't he? Name me. See, watch. I'm an old politician over here. Name me 5 guys in the National Football League that plays on the D-line that can stop the run better than D-Law. Come on.
Are you not entertained?
Name me 5 of them.
Are you not entertained?
Name me 5 of them. Name me 5.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
I'm looking at everybody, man. I'm watching y'all, man. Name me 5 guys that can stop the run better than D-Law on the edge. Now, I know edge rushing, normally you get all of the kudos and credence as it relates to that for sacks. But name me 5 guys. Now, I get it. The dude, he can't find a sack to save his life. You know, he can't go half on the sack. Come on, he can't go half on the sack. Look, actually, I knew my dog would come after me. Yeah. Run defense, we normally don't count grades at PFF. But trust me, they did their homework. Just take this from me. They trust me, they did their homework. Yeah. He's 92.4. He's 92.4 against the run. He's 91.3 overall. It's just that he just need to work on pass rushing, boy. But name me 5 guys. You can't name me 5 guys. Come on, man. Come on, man, y'all. Where y'all at? Come on, I'm reading y'all comments, man. Where y'all at? It's a rigged election, man. It's rigged. It's the Florida ballots over here, man. Come on. Yeah. Now Max Crosby, I think that he's a dog. You know. Come on, man. You know. All right. So NJ says Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Chubb, and Bosa. Now, that's for D-Law. That's not for damn sure for Parsons, right? Yeah, that's not for Parsons. I wouldn't want any of these guys outside of Garrett. And even I'm scratching my head with that. Boy, I would love to have some way, shape, form, or fashion to have Garrett and Parsons on the same side, dog. Oh, my goodness, on the same team at the same time. Yeah. For D-Law, yeah. All of those guys are legit better than D-Law. Yeah, all of those guys, I would think about ways to, and D-Law, I know you watch the channel and everything, but, you know, you my boy, you my homie, but I will be thinking about ways to shank him with the butter knife. You know what I'm saying? Law.
Shame.
Law.
Shame.
Yeah. And Aiden, is that Trey Hendricks? Trey Hendricks is a dog, too. Trey Hendricks is a dog. Bosa for damn sure ain't a run stopper. If both of the Bosas, whether it's Joey or Nicky, they are for damn sure not run stoppers. They, if anything, and my guy Chalk Montana would tell you about that, and he's a Ohio bleed red and crimson red and silver guy. That if you look at the deal with those boys, run at them. Yes, when they on play side, they can come down and hit field and do all of that stuff. I would say to my guy Rev's thoughts here. Yeah, D-line interior. We got Osa, we got Mozzie, we got Jordan Phillips, and then we have Linval Joseph. I'm not finna sell y'all that Linval Joseph is a guy that's going to give you 30 reps. I don't even want him to get 25. I need 10 to 12 reps. I need 10 to 12 reps with him at max. 15, you're overdoing it. 18, you're overdoing it. The last time I said that, I had a football player. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a football player that was willing to throw hands at Law. You know what I'm saying? The last time I said that, they said, Law, when I find you, you're going to throw them hands. I'm like, wait a minute, dog, wait a minute. Now, hold on. You know, I would have been Charleston White rich over here. I would have been figuring out ways to make money off of it if he'd have thrown them hands at me, you know. We'll see about that when I see you. I'm like, dog, I'm telling nothing but the truth. Yeah, I ain't scared to say his name. Antoine Woods. Y'all remember that? Those who've been following the channel, y'all know exactly what year it was. I said, man, I like Woods, but I don't like him at those amount of reps. I need Woods to be anywhere between 10 and 12 reps a game. Because over that tree stump, you know what I'm saying, of a Woods, he's a big tree stumps in a way. But he's not tall enough to bat down balls. And on top of that, he kind of dissipate and he literally fizzled out, right? But at 10 to 12 reps, man, that Antoine Woods, we call him Barbecue Woods. I said that Woods is a real one, right? And then he gonna come in, hey, we'll see about that, man, when I see you, dog. I was like, well, hey, come see me. I ain't hard to find. But at the end of the day, just know, man, my lawyers, man, I'm gonna have all of them coins. I'll be like, yeah, dog, But yeah, me and him the same height, man. Come on, man. But you 300 pounds, man. And at the end of the day, it's one of those situations that's the same thing for Linval Joseph. Just to be real with you guys, I don't want him at 25, 30 snaps. And let's be real, do y'all want to see Linval Joseph at 20 to 30 snaps? It's going to be literally hands on your knees. You know, he's going to be bent over, tired, tongue all the way down to his knees because he's going to be overworked or what have you. All right, let me see who else we have. I'm watching my tracker here. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all got to update me. So, per sources, Caleb Farley is released. One of my big swings and miss draft evaluations in recent history. This is Bobby Belt reporting. Caleb Farley, let's go. Law Box Woods, man, for expedition. Miss Jackie. Shit. No. I guarantee you, me personally, even if it was Shaq or Woods or any of those big boys, I would literally win. If it's what? I would win. Y'all was like, man, Law giving them the ones and twos, man. The boys getting their whoop. I would be winning. Mozzie, you name any big boy, I'll win. I'll win all the way up until the point y'all hear this. Listen closely, listen properly. Law Nation said he will win against those boys until you hear this. Did y'all hear that? Yeah. When you hear this, you already know. It's over with for Law, man. He was a good guy. Oh, Law was winning. Law was winning. He was beating the hell out of Shaq. And then all of a sudden they grabbed him. It's a damn shame what happened to Law, man. He was a good content creator. But, you know, when Antoine grabbed him, it was over with. Yeah. Yeah, they grabbed him when it's over with. Just go ahead and get the obituary out. Who's going to say the prayer and all of that stuff. Yeah, definitely not Shaq Law. I'll win until they grab me, and then they grab me, it's over with. It's just over with. But at least they can be like, well, at least Law got a few licks in. He made it entertaining enough, but they grabbed him. And when they grabbed him, it was over with. You know, we start singing the hymns and everything. You know, we would name this plot of land where they slammed him at, the Law Nation turf. Let me go to John Machota. Normally he have some good stuff. Yeah. Lost in translation. He said he got my back though. Yeah. So let him go, man. That's my guy. And then he said, hey, you next. And then lost in translation. Lost. There he gone. All right. Who got on here? Who's on here that got the best release information? Is it Pat No C Walker? Who got the best release information? Pat No C Walker, because I'm getting this real time like y'all getting it real time. Key to the notes. That's 16 hours ago. Who's up to date on Twitter, y'all? Let me know who I need to go find to get all of that information. Yeah, he's a Valley legend. Yeah, Law, the guys, oh, yeah, I know, Jack. I know you got my back. Y'all just don't have to have the butter knives. Y'all got to get some real knives if y'all got my back. Don't pull out no butter knife against Shaq and Antoine and them. Y'all got to pull out real knives, or at least be in the woods and in the trees somewhere and do this right here for your boy. Yeah, do this right here. Where I'm go. Yeah, snipe somebody. Yeah, I got my snipers, man. Ian Rappaport. Okay, let me go to him right quick. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Like I said, my original system is down, and this is a backup system that I'm on. And I'm telling you, man, I was moving furniture away and around and everything like that. New wonderful developed July the 31st. All right, so CJ Beathard among those who are released. Let me look at who are released from here. Scouting. Nope. Elijah Cooks, nope. Stephen EJ, subject to waivers. Adrian Amos, he's long right now in the tooth, and we already got enough safeties. Trey Flowers, and then what we got to do also with this, Tashawn Gibson still out there. That's wild. Let me see, who's of the name? Desmond Ryder. Cardinals backup quarterback. Vikings are planning to release James Lynch. And let me see what he did last year. And we can't be name hunting, because if we just go after the names, then that's going to be a problem, right? Let me go with James Lynch, see what he did. We got to be okay. He didn't do nothing last year. He ain't do nothing yet. Yeah. Let me see what he did when Zim was there. Nah, he ain't really do anything. Damn, he 295. You know, we need some bigger boys than that. Jamal Agnew. Hold on, give me 1 second and pull him up. No, man, Bell. They released Jameson Winston for real. He can give you one hell of a halftime speech and a pregame speech. Agnew, what was his 40 time? They don't put. Okay, 190. Oh, he 30. He going on 30 years of age. Shoot. You know what? If it's a situation that we are talking about backup quarterbacks, having Winston out there available is the reason why you don't burn a 4th round draft pick for a backup quarterback and give him $5.5 million, you know. I'm just saying, you know, that's the reason why you just wait and you just pick up a veteran guy like him. I think that he can survive you 1 or 2 games. So that would have been my angle there too, you know, but not to beat up Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. We got to deal with what we got to deal with. They not like us, Law. You one of us, beloved brother Cowboy. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk about some of the things that they went over and rehashed that I kind of talked about here. First thing first, and then I don't know if my phone. Let me see if it's gonna even work. My phone line thing worked. Okay. So by the way, so it might look different. Okay. Hold on, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do this. Yeah, hold on.
You are the only participant in the conference.
For those,
all participants are muted.
The phone line is 657-390-7391. Jump in line, get in line. Today, we'll be at the Star in Frisco. We'll be there doing unbelievable content. It's going to be, I think, if possible, it could be Vach, it could be Sky, it could be my guy Boss Cowboys Sports, Jazz Monet. It could be her as well, Aisha, Candy, Locker Room. Shout out to her, Candy Candy, what's the YouTube name? I just call it Candy. Yeah, we could have Candy out there. We could have multiple content creators today. So if you are in the Dallas area, be sure, man, to hit us up and show us some love and adulations, man, and get things going. So it could be multiple content creations today. Let's go. And let's get it. Isaiah Spiller. It seems like Isaiah Spiller been in the league for a long time. It seems like he's been in the league for a long time. Lamb is going to be working light chords today, you know. He's going to be working light chords today, so he's not really going to be all in like that. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's do this. I don't know. Hold on. Is there another LN that he's saying shut up to? Is Rodriguez talking to somebody else? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. If he's talking to me, let me know. If he's talking to someone else, let me know. If he's talking to me, let me know. If y'all put me in the chat if he's talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Yo. Yeah. Let me know. Oh, he putting me. Okay, so he's new around here. And I get it. So why don't y'all do me a huge favor and tell Rodriguez to lean forward just a little bit. Just lean forward just a little bit. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to do this in a minute. But yeah, lean forward right here. Get out of here, boy, with all this. Blocked him to the ether land. Shit. Boy, let me take a look at him. Y'all listen properly. Shit. That's the actual sound of him as he hit his face on the doggone turntable. All right, I got from the 251. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Law Nation Sports. Talk to me, man.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear.
Oh, you can hear me, Law?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can barely hear you, but
Bob,
go ahead.
That man didn't even mean it like that. He was saying, like, shut up as in he couldn't believe it.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll unblock him, though. Shit. Well, you shouldn't talk out of turn. But what you got?
True. I just want to ask you a question about the Titans releasing Farley. Do you think the Cowboys should pick them up or not?
Who did they release?
Caleb Farley.
Oh, I know he got the traits. We haven't seen any of things that he did in the last few years. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm not out speaking my wisdom teeth here. Let me see. He didn't play last season. In the season for that, he allowed 151 passer rating when the target in his way, and 101 his 2021, and that was his rookie year. Oh my gosh! For a bag of Skittles and a cold cup of coffee, like the iced coffee, you can bring him in and work him out because he still have the traits of I think he ran like a 4.3 something. I think he was fast and he's rangy enough. It's a pass, man. I just let him go. I don't know, man. I think that my guy Al Harris can turn water. He can't turn water into wine, but he know where the liquor store. But some people you just can't drink the liquor, and Caleb Farley is one of those guys. You get what I'm saying? Hello. He went. His phone line got disconnected. Maybe he was Caleb. All right, Mike, man, you're live from the 484, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? It's been a minute.
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. What you got?
Good to hear. All right, so I got several things, but I'm not going to be long-winded today. First, I want to speak on Saturday's game. I got this guy at my job who's a Cowboys fan, and he's been beating the drum about Trey Lance being like, you know, the next best thing next to sliced white bread. And I kept trying to tell him, like, he's molded. He's molded bread. And he didn't want to believe me, so he hit me up after the little scamper he had for a touchdown. It was like, yeah, see, I told you. And then 3 interceptions later, I'm like, yeah, see, I told you. I think you need to simmer down. Trey Lance is not him. But we're going to talk about Dalvin Cook today. We're going to talk about Dalvin Cook.
Well, let me touch upon that before you jump into Cook.
All right.
I can see the good traits in Lance. I can see that. I can see the bad in him. I can tell you, if we had time, he'll work for us.
Unfortunately, we don't have that.
And we don't have that. That is the one finite thing. Unless before the season kickoff and he come with his hat in his hand and he's saying, I would take a 2-3 year deal at dirt cheap rate, and then that will work if they do decide to also keep Mike McCarthy. But go ahead with your because he got to be joined at the hip. He got to be Mike McCarthy project at this point. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils. It's the lesser of two evils. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to move on to a new head coach and then try to implant Trey Lance as if he can make something happen. No, I'm not going to do that. But with Mike McCarthy, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah. At least he has that full half of season that he was here last year to watch and learn the system. And
watch and learn the system.
Full off season to actually implement it. So, and don't get me wrong, he didn't look bad his first 2 games. He didn't look bad this game. The problem is, like, the same thing rears its ugly head.
Yeah.
Lack of accuracy, poor decision making.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing. He has a good arm. The boy can run, and when he's on, he's on.
Right.
I'm not going to say he's trash. You know what I'm saying? But if we're looking at it like you're comparing Trey Lance to what we get out of Dak Prescott, you're kidding yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
Like, he's nowhere near an all-pro. He's nowhere near the caliber of what Dak Prescott is, mainly because of resume and time. So I mean, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, like my guy said, my brother, you know, he's a diehard Niner guy, and he was like, man, Law, they've been a quarterback away from winning it all. like we had pieces away from winning it all, but he said they literally been a quarterback away, and with the Jimmy Garoppolo. You get what I'm saying? They was like, well, damn, if we had a better quarterback. So they sold everything to get Trey Lance. And Trey Lance got hurt.
They sold everything.
And then they realized that this dude is already ready. They were looking at it like a 2 to 3 year process with Lance, and they were willing to work with him. But Purdy came out already older, mature, been in quarterback camps, and was ready. So and then that's what made them go get Sam Darnold and all of those guys. And they said, you know what? Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and do the gambling thing. But there are people within the confines of the Niner community. Guess what? They're not sold on Purdy.
True.
So they still circling the wagon with that. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead with the next point. Yeah.
So Dalvin Cook, right? I'm a dude about context. I like context, right? And you know, I hear some of our fellow fans say, "Oh, well, he's washed," and then I hear other fans of other teams say, "Oh, Dalvin Cook is washed." It's funny how these dudes are washed when the Cowboys want them. Now, contextualize it. The only really bad season that Dalvin Cook had was the season he wasn't on a team.
Yeah.
When he was on the team, he didn't get much play. It's sort of like the Zeke Elliott thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, in some ways, right? Zeke, he wasn't the Zeke of old in New England, but Zeke he didn't carry the ball 300 times either.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's New England. They didn't have a great offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So something I've been saying all offseason, I don't care who runs the ball behind this offensive line. behind the Cowboys. I don't care who runs the ball behind
Right.
this offensive line. I can tell you right now. Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Guyton, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith, Zach Martin. That's the reason why I don't care who runs the ball
Right.
behind this offensive line. Now, if you get me a Dalvin Cook who's still got juice behind this offensive line, listen, we're gonna make some music.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make some music.
Yeah,
That's just how I'm saying.
running backs is all about rhythm and understanding and trusting your fronts. And last year with the Jets, they loaded, man. Breece Hall, and then he was thrown into the mix. I think that he would have ultimately worked if you had an Aaron Rodgers in there. Teams play differently. They play in more softer coverages. But when you thinking about a Dalvin Cook, you thinking of loaded boxes, and then you thinking of, in general, that was the only threat. We stopping the run. They gave single high looks and dared Zach to throw the ball. And Garrett Wilson sitting there like, what a waste of talent, because he can win his one-on-ones, but the quarterback couldn't get him the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then mid-season he goes to the Baltimore, and I'm not trying to be Cook's attorney here. He goes to Baltimore. They already had Gus. They already had their ways of running in that particular scheme and system. They were already in the groove. We were like, why do they need another running back? And he just couldn't get in rhythm. Running backs are a rhythmatic type of thing. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, see, behind playing for the Cowboys, right? Like we're talking about rhythm. So if we look at it right, when Zeke was here with Tony Pollard,
Mm-hmm.
we knew we were getting.
Yeah.
Zeke understood his role.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke knew he was the lead back.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the down back.
Right.
He was the lead back when it came to situational football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we're missing. Now, my issue with our run game is constant. Like, you took Rico Dowdle and you took Tony Pollard and you tried to make them between the tackle running backs. That's not them.
You're right.
That's not
Woo.
Those guys got juice. We need to hit them edges.
Yeah.
You're trying to take Deuce Vaughn and run him between the tackles. Now with Deuce, it might be a little easier because he's so small in stature.
Exactly.
But at the end, I don't care how small you are in stature. If these dudes if they load the box and they close down the lines and everybody's hitting their gaps at the right point, it's going to be hard for even your smallest back to sneak through.
No doubt, Mike. No doubt.
If we would change our philosophy when it comes to running the ball, actually if we got our bodies in there, run them in the tackles.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, Mike, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Good call from you. Yeah, your phone messing up at the end. You got good stuff, man. Here's my thoughts, and Charles in charge. Be ready. Get ready. Here's my thoughts on everything. There's three gaps that we didn't really get a chance to penetrate last year. Pause if necessary for all of the pause people. You got double A gaps and you got B gap. Those gaps we couldn't hit. We couldn't hit them. Now, some of our runs are bigger runs with some C gaps exchange, and every now and then there were some B gap runs. But A gaps, there was nobody in threat of saying, okay, let's run in between Tyler Biggerdish and Zach Martin. No, it was just bam. You see hole, you try to get hole, and the hole was already closed. So my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, BB, and now, if you listen to Zach Martin, he said, hey, he had an off year. He's better this season. And we have Tyler Smith. That's why I really want, if we're going to introduce running through A gaps again, whether it's on the left side or right side, I think that we can run through those gaps now. We can pull Tyler Guyton, and on top of that, we can get into those holes there. And we saw pieces of it. They gave us sample sizes of it. But that's why before if they do anything for us or to us, let me see it just one time. Deuce Vaughn behind this offensive line in a real game, Cowboy Nation. Don't waive Deuce Vaughn. Don't get rid of him. because you might got that out of Deuce Vaughn. You may see when we get to the red zone, you may see even more of a good research from Ezekiel. Resurgent. I couldn't talk today. Let me get my coffee. Resurgence from Zeke down in the goal line. So I don't want us to just throw the baby out with the bathwater too soon. That's all I'm saying. But if you're going to bring in Dalvin Cook, I don't mind that at all, because just as much as we say this about Deuce Vaughn, what if it don't work? I know for sure when healthy, Cooks can average 4.5 yards per tote. Just have patience with this, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's not the sexy name. I know it's not the sexy name of having a Derrick Henry in this backfield. Oh, my God. Woo! That would have been too good to be true. Right? If anybody. If Derrick Henry came here and they said, hey, we normally don't give out the 22 and everything, but hey, Emmett, can you at least let him just put it on just for practice? You know, we'll make that adjustment. But right now, there's spilled milk, and we can't cry about it. We going into week 1, and we got to deal with the boys that we do have. All right? And then, like Jay Dixon, Deuce's Sproles 2.0, as good as Sproles was, right? It wasn't like he was the feature back, right? It was still him splitting with LaDainian Thompson and Thomason, and splitting with the Saints running back, and splitting with the Eagles. But he was always in the way. All right, I got Charles in charge from the 346 in the mix. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Did you just pull up Mark Scott and say Bigadish?
Yeah, Bigadish, yeah. Bigadish.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling whether it's, Dalvin Cook or whether I think this offensive line, especially Cooper Beebe, can win that starting center job. We haven't had a center that has real ass since Travis Frederick. You know what I mean? They could put a one take on his ass. I mean, those clips that you put on, showing Connor Beebe, taking out nose tackle and then taking out a blitzer on the same play.
Oh, yeah.
Taking them both, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We and then Tyler Smith going in his second year at guard, Zach Martin. We got the best of the guards in the league. Tyler Guyton's looking like a godsend, his first-round pick left tackle. I think this young line is going to be run blocking first, offensive line opposed to pass blocking. So I think if Rico can stay healthy, I've been saying I think he can get 1,300 yards on the ground. You know what I mean?
If Rico, wait. Hold on now, Charles. You said Rico getting 1,300 yards?
I can see it happen if
not as a split back though. Not as a split back in this system, right? I wouldn't want Rico.
I think if Cook or no Cook, you know what I mean? I think Rico's going to emerge as running back number 1 over Elliott. Elliott's going to be the banker back.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like he was in 22, and Pollard was that change of pace. With that extra burst.
Here's what I got, Charles. Here's what I got, Charles. This is what I got. My guy Malik, he can go. He's out of the picture, in my opinion. Rico, if I'm playing against the Browns, I would literally have Rico with the first carries or what have you. Then it would be Zeke. Then I'll throw in Deuce. Those would be my orders, right? Now,
yeah, so
that's my order. That's my order. Now, if you bring in Dalvin Cook, what you want to do, hear me out, y'all. I'm using Dalvin Cook as a Rico insurance package, right? To me, if it's versus Cook versus Malik, I think that we are a better team by having Cook in the backfield, juxtaposed to having a Malik Davis coming up off the bench or what have you, And that's how I look at it. And then when he gets up to speed or what have you, Rico may just be going through his hiccups at that time. You can organically slide Cook in as that replacement to Rico, and you won't miss a beat. But go ahead.
Yeah, I 6 or 1/2 dozen the other. You know what I mean? I know Rico was running back number 2 last year behind TP, and whenever he got his touches, he made the most of them. This is his first season that he wasn't banged up in the off season. So if he can stay healthy, I think he has what it takes to surprise everybody. People just don't know until they see him as the primary back. Like you said, you would have him on first down, right? That means he'd be your starting running back, correct? With the guys that we have right now on the roster. So, you know, and then on the short yardage, red zone, that's when, 15 comes in, does what he does. He's got nose for the end zone. I see Elliott probably get another 12 tubs this year on the ground like he did 2 years ago. But, when you have a young offensive line that's got strength, it can move people. You ain't got to have a Barry Sanders back there. You can have a 23 that's an average right back. And DeMarco Murray got 1,800. You know what I'm saying? And he was no Hall of Famer, but he broke Emmitt Smith's single-season record. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, everybody watch out for that, man. If that run game gets going early in the season, boy, Prescott, he's gonna break every record that Romo set, that he hasn't broken yet. So, we'll just see. We'll get your popcorn ready. Like Owen said, 'cause it's gonna be a show.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right. And that's Charles in charge, man. And we got a cash app, man, from Rodriguez. My bad, man. I ain't mean to slap you, dog. If I can reverse slap, but I have to add you back into the fold once this video is over with. I done slapped. Hey, sometimes you slap the wrong person. I told Rodriguez, I said, lean forward a little bit. I said, lean forward. But I hope you took it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Didn't mean to slap you up out of there, but I appreciate the cash app, bro. Appreciate you so much. All right, so and a shout out to Charles in charge. Be sure to find and follow his content and his pages. And keep in mind, Law Nation Sports, if I offended anyone during the processes of these videos, it's only entertainment, baby. We listed as a sports media company, but it's entertainment. So nobody was harmed during these videos at all, And Law Nation stand firmly on nonviolence, right? Nonviolence. I'm a nonviolent guy, right? So we're going to take all of those things into consideration. All right, so the next caller we got on the line for your mind is from the 972. You're live on the Nation. Talk to us, and you're live with it. Get it. 972.
Hey, what's up?
What's good? Talk to me, man.
Hey, there's a lot of talk about the Cowboys, what they're going to do, what they can't do. The only thing I think we have to look at,
right?
Last year, we couldn't stop the run.
Facts.
Last year, we couldn't run the ball. We're a
bigger
passing
facts.
offense.
Yeah.
If we could just get 3.8 to 4.2 yards per rush, we'll be all right. It don't matter who's back there.
Yeah.
That's why we got this committee. Whoever got the hot hand, stick with it.
Yeah.
Run it. Get those linebackers. Then bring those extra DBs in. We can gash them, or we can go over the top. As simple as that. We got stronger at the center. We got the two Smith boys.
We do.
We got Smith and we got Guyton, the young boys out there.
You're right.
Let them roll.
Let them
get nasty. Let them get nasty.
And let them not hip up someone when they pancake them. They lay all over them.
Right.
We had too many nice guys in the past. But keep going.
We got to get nasty.
Get nasty.
If we get nasty, and then now on the other side of the ball, I like the linebackers. I like the safeties.
Mm-hmm.
If we just don't be soft in the middle.
There you go.
We just get gashed. Just gashed last year. If we could just plug that middle up, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Just plug it up, man. On both sides of it, I like the mentality of BB. We already know the nastiness of Zach Martin, right? And Tyler Smith is on his way of being one of the nastiest guys, right? So even from that alone, if we just bully some people, man, and play some bully ball and not get bullied, it's just by us in these last 4 years, of us just getting pushed out the way when we playing against those physical teams. Now it's our turn. It's our turn to bully some folks up, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, Law, I'm not new. I've been watching you for quite a few years. I'm just in, and I said, look, I could call him today. So,
Yeah.
you know, good work.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. But, you know, it's all about the middle. You know,
All about the
Oreo
middle.
wouldn't be Oreo without that middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just got to stay strong.
No doubt, man.
God bless you. Have a good day, brother.
You as well.
Keep
for
the
the-
good work, brother.
Thank you, man, for the
Thank you.
972, man. Don't y'all know, man? I want us to be like the Lil Jon and the East Side Boys when the clubs are already got the liquor full. You know what I'm saying? The people right when the lights, right before the lights come on. You know the Young Jeezy. You know all of them songs. You know them songs. You know it's time to get up out of there. All of the casuals, they get on up out of there. But I want us to have that mentality, like, I ain't scared. Represent your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want us to be like that. I don't want us to be like the soft and two-steps, the Choctaw Slide boys. No. I want us to be knuck if you buck. I want us to be, hey, we smashing, we burning tattoos and smashing some stuff around here. You know, we throwing hands because you stepped on my shows. What they call it? What's that guy? He does a skit where you got the white Air Forces and then you got the black Air Forces. I want us to have black Air Forces everywhere we go, right? I want us to do that. So when a dude even think about pushing CD Lamb in the back, that it's gonna be on. You know what I mean? We're gonna set it off in this mother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. We want some we some head busters, however that said, man. You know, yeah, we want to be the black Air Forces, man. We want them. You know, no, we don't want nothing white, dizzy. Yeah. I want us to be like that from a mindset. Cooper brings that. And Zach Martin always had it in him, you know. My guy Terrence still got that in him, you know. And Tyler Smith, he's sitting there waiting for somebody to be like that, you know. Dizzy Banks, yeah. Whoop that trick. That's what we want to be saying. So, the Browns week 1. Oh, Lord, the Browns week 1. They got that mindset. Bump whatever you saw during preseason, they got that mindset. Want to know how I know? The 49ers, week 5 last year, they beat the brakes off of us. They beat us so bad, bro. They beat us real bad last year. In week 6 for them, they had to go play the Browns. And that Browns team didn't allow the Niners, I wish I had the video. They didn't allow the Niners to walk in that thing like the black Air Forces and stuff. They said, shit, we got black Air Forces too. And it was on that game. They had their backup quarterback in that game. They matched, God dog it, they matched. Don't y'all understood what they did with their backup quarterback versus the 49ers? They just steamrolled us, and they said we will match the intensity that the Niners bring or brought that day. It was no helping up. It was no love affair. They came in there with that mindset. Yeah. Beat the brakes off of them. 49ers was like, Dad, what happened? You know, which one of y'all hit us, you know? So we got to be able to, week 1 is a home game for them. They got embarrassed too. They were embarrassed in the postseason. The Texans beat the brakes off of them, right? Yeah, Purdy had like 4 or 5 picks that game. So we got to match the intensity. And then we got to keep that intensity for the Saints and back for Baltimore. And it happens week 1. I got the next caller on. I got Sean, and then I got the 206. And then I got 817. So try to remember that order right here. Sean from the 407. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Yo, Law, man, blessings to you and your family, my brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody, all Cowboy Nation should follow the real law. But anyway, let me just say this, man. When it comes down to the 2024 version of our beloved Dallas Cowboys, what do you see, sir, that we have to – how are we going to get to the NFC Championship game with this squad or maybe possibly the Super Bowl? Because I'm thinking big. Because I think in NFC, in my personal opinion, you know, if we just keep it 100, Dallas' chance is just as good as anybody in NFC.
It's
sure,
good,
you can throw at the
yeah.
49ers. You can throw at the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? You can throw the Packers or whatnot. But I just think a focused Cowboys team, I don't think we far away, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, I'm going to end this by saying this. Cook is not Cooks, okay? If people really follow football, I'm sure a lot of the cats on this channel, on your channel,
Right.
They die-hard fans of football. They know football.
Right.
Anytime you come back from a major injury from a shoulder and you're a running back, you're not going to be super productive.
Unless you Emmett. The only one I seen was Emmett. You know, everybody else, you got to have a different mindset. Outside of Emmett, I really didn't see any running back with that shoulder thing because you're carrying the ball high, and Cooks was always a guy that was a high fumble guy, and he just never got into a pace and a good vibe with anything.
That's fact, Law. That's fact. So I'm saying that to say this, man. Cook is not Cook. I think this offensive line, quiet as kept.
Yeah.
I think it's a top 5 offensive line, man, because BB, I don't care if he's a rookie, he's going to be an all-pro part by the time, just like people had doubts about Tyler Smith. I said, I don't know, man. I watched his tape. He don't do nothing but smash mouth people.
Yeah.
And then BB, he smash mouth the first and second levels.
Right.
He goes to the line, defensive line, then he's smashing the linebacker. So this dude's different, man. So my thing is, I guess my question, make a long story short, my brother, and I appreciate your time and your channel.
Appreciate you.
Where you see we at right now? What tweaks we got to make to get the NFC Championship game? Because that can get us there. He's good enough.
Right. First and foremost, mentality, and then second thing will be, all right, there will be big plays. There will be big throws down the field. There will be some big runs. But to make the adjustments, if we can make the adjustments, that would be a good thing. I've seen in these 3 preseason games that we had a chance to pick off the quarterback multiple times, and that's when you're seeing that's not just players, that's scheme, right? So that's throwing things in the mix for the illusions, and hopefully we can do that against Watson week 1, right? He haven't played football in a minute here. Excuse me, I'm thinking basketball, but he haven't played football in a minute here. We should be able to disguise some things, get pressure with Parsons, Law, and all of the other guys, and just be able to be that team to match the intensity, because the Browns going to come in with that mindset that they are the number 1 defense or number 2 defense in the National Football League, and the Cowboys are the pretenders on defense. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing.
Got you.
Anything else you got before I let you roll?
No, sir, Mr. Law, man. All blessings to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're the real Law.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Sean. Thank him for calling in. That's Sean Hood, man. I would say this, though, and I thank all of you guys for your support and everything. But one of the things that I really like, the weak spots of this team are the unknowns. Like somebody said, Carson's on Amari Cooper. Cooper probably forgot more things that Carson's know in football right now. I would sacrifice us getting gashed a little bit with Jerome Ford versus Amari Cooper getting a 50 or 60-yard pass down the field, especially if it's one-on-one. Meaning that I'm rolling coverage Coop way. I got to have my other boys, like Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, I think they have him, and David Njoku I will bracket cover David and Njoku. Everybody else, we roll covers Coop. We bracket covers David and Njoku, meaning underneath, over top, real sticky, and everybody else, just win your damn one-on-ones. Win your one-on-ones on Judy. Win your one-on-ones versus Elijah Moore and those boys. But at the end of the day, if you stop the run, then you deserve the fact to blitz the quarterback or get pass rush to the quarterback. But the number one goal is stop the run and play that precise defense. Throw some casino blitzes in there. Have a robber. Make sure that you're not giving the Browns the same look over and over again. Confuse the hell out of Deshaun Watson. Send him a lady. You know, that's what they used to do to Michael Jordan, I believe in them. Send some ladies to his hotel room or wherever he gonna be at. Send some ladies over to give him a nice massage and say a happy ending at the end. You know, yeah, do all of that. Future on Booth. I'm not out on Booth. My thing is with Booth, if he's out there on the field, please have a safety over the top to help him if he's going to be ultra aggressive in that particular way. Right? If Parsons and Diggs are starting out there, and if Diggs, the Cowboys got to be honest with us. If Diggs looking a little slow and he looked good in practice, but in a real game where people can dive at the legs and stuff or lower the shoulders at the ankles and knees and stuff, is he still the same? Because there's a lot of, ladies and gentlemen, safe football when you're in practice. Yeah, Watson can run, but that's why you have Dono to be a spy. Eric Kendricks would sniff out that stuff. I'm banking on the fact that they don't have Chubb and Watson being a little rusty. Maybe high balls. Maybe 2 low balls. Maybe not trusting his arm and tucking it and running, sliding and stuff, and we make him pay. That's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on that, and I'm glad we get to play them week 1 opposed to playing them week 7 and 8. And especially in those conditions. Ohio right now, y'all give me the temperature in 2 weeks from now. It ain't going to be frozen tundra Ohio. It's going to be still warm. People going to be wearing shorts and stuff. All right, so, yeah, if that game was in November, I'll be a little bit worried. Ain't that right? MJ, you live from the 206. MJ. Marvin Lewis. Marvin Sapp. Guess MJ go on a coffee break. 817, then I got 100 grand. 817, you live.
What's going on, D-Lo?
Not much, man. Talk to me. What you got?
Law Nation, what's going on?
What's good with you, man?
I just want to tell you, man, before I say anything, man, I just want to tell you thank you for what you do for the nation, man. Thank you for what you do for the community, man.
Appreciate you.
I hope this year, I know you've been doing it for a long time, but I hope this year is your best year to date.
Right.
I hope you get in rooms that you've always wanted to get into, and you shake hands that you've always wanted to shake hands with, man.
Man, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Man, absolutely, man. But first and foremost, man, I just want to say I'm excited about the season coming up, man. I feel like we got a schedule to test everything that we got on our roster, man. And when it comes to the Dak contract, even if they don't get it done this year, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with, because as we can see, Dak is okay with playing throughout this last year. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
If Dak okay with it, I'm okay with it. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I'm excited about our first game against the Browns. To pick it back off what you said, we got to go in there tough. You know,
yeah,
we
go in there tough.
With our head up and our chest out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like Zimmer has brought this defense a different look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you know anything about Zimmer and his defenses, man, they're very schemed, they're very schematic. You know, he uses the tools he got and put them in the right places that they need to go. You know, this is a championship defensive coordinator we're talking about. You know,
yeah.
So I'm excited about the defense. The offense, we got question marks at the running back. But if we bring in Dalvin Cook, we can use him and Zeke and Rico. We can use them as, you know, a 1-2-3 punch. You know, Zeke gonna get you three points. You know, Cook will be your screen running back, and Rico, you know, he can play most of the ball. He's the youngest out of them all. So I feel like use Devin Cook on the screen game, because we know what Devin Cook game. We seen him up there in Minnesota. And then I feel use Zeke for your 1-2 punch, you know, to go get you those 3 yards,
Right.
go get you those 4 yards.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
the only thing is we just can't utilize Zeke and any of these running backs, because if you think about it, any of these running backs are not bell cow. You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
They'll be coaching malpractice if we do that, you know. And we can, and like I was on the show with my guy Ben, who worked for PFF. He said the running back class for 2025. He said, "Oh my goodness, it's going to be the best running back class in the last 2 or 3 years." So, and that's what he said. And I don't really scout running backs like that until like the season is over with. But for all of my college football heads that's in here watching, put down the running back, put down at least 5 or 6 running backs that we can get.
See, I'm not hip. I'm not hip.
Yeah, you're not hip to that
I watch
either.
the quarterback.
So,
no.
Yeah. So and keep this in mind. This offensive line would have been a mature or two. Shoot, we're gonna be good a year from now. But for right now, dog, it's just one of those things where we got to weather the storm now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Cooper Beebe though, man. I think he's a very good.
Yeah.
He can be a great center. You know, this will be our first time. Has he ever played center before?
No, he only did it like according to reports as like reps and practice and stuff like that. So this will be his first rodeo.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Center is, he's like the quarterback of the offensive line, correct?
Yeah, he got shift responsibilities, and when he get very much so knowledgeable, he point out the mic, he picks up blitzes, he make the adjustments. So every play, every snap is literally building the plane as they fly.
Wow. So this is gonna be something to watch this year.
No
Most
doubt.
definitely, man. But man, I'm gonna be tuned in this year, man. Thank you for all you do, man, and hopefully I see you at one of these games coming up.
No doubt, man. Hey, you coming to practice tonight though? Is that 6 and 7 o'clock?
Where no,
At the Star.
I ain't gonna be able to make it to practice.
Yeah, the
I'm
line.
out here working right now.
Hey, man. Hey, get that paper, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
I got you, baby.
No doubt,
Always.
man.
Thank you, man.
No doubt, man. Good call from 817. You gotta get that paper, man. Shoot. Yeah. Jerry gonna get that paper, so hey, you gotta go get them papers too, man. Let's go with my guy, 100, not 100, but 100 grand from the 201. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man. 100.
Listen, hey, man, Jameis Winston's out there. You know, we can just cut Dak right now and go get Jameis Winston, man. He can steer this team to the champion.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Shit. That's the only thing. It's been since we had no breaks though. Literally, we had no breaks with this, man. You know, it literally been. Think about this though, 100 grand. The birth of Cold Pizza. When Cold Pizza started, right? In first take, second take, and all of the takes. That was the years like when Romo was entering into the scene, right? Literally, the Cowboys been the driving force for all of those networks because it was Romo, all of those years, right? That was every topic line, Romo. And then for us to have 1 year without Romo, right, in 2015, because, you know, the year it was like he was hurt, you know, the 8 years, it was like accident waiting to happen. That's when they birthed it, that, right? Kids dressing up as Romo for Halloween and things, right? And then from all the way there until now is now Dak Prescott. Of course, he started in 2016, right? So we had no breaks. It's all been for over 20 years. Cowboys, the quarterback, been the topic points, you know, of these type of conversations. So when Dak Prescott finally gone, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about the bullsugar stuff that these networks been growing based off of the Cowboys quarterback. I can't wait to do that.
But Law, the next quarterback is going to get it.
Yeah, he gonna get it, but at least we have two. We will have 2 decades of evidence that it wasn't doggone Dak and it wasn't Romo. It was the damn networks, you know.
No. And the other quarterbacks don't get the scrutiny. They don't get that stuff.
Man, come on with it.
Sense.
Oh.
You know, we already know this already, man. We know, it's just you're a part of the Cowboys. So
You're part of the Cowboys.
Let Randy Gregory not have shown up to Cowboys camp and then get cut. Come on now, you don't even hear that. My cousin is a Tampa Bay fan. My cousin's a Tampa Bay fan. He told me they said, man, get this man out of here. He didn't show up. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He gone.
We don't hear about this on the 4 networks. You wouldn't have known that he didn't show up.
Right.
Known that.
Did Jamar Chase ever show up?
I think he was a hold-in.
He's a hold-in. But that would have been conversations over here in Cowboys, man. You know? That would have been a conversation. Trent Williams, the damn tackle over there in Niners land, and Brandon Ayuk. Nobody talking about that. They was in the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on. There's not nobody saying, come on, man, you was in the Super Bowl. You're holding up the team. When you going to put the team first? There ain't nobody telling Ayuk that. Yeah. I don't see the 4-letter networks with those type of topics. But there was for CeeDee Lamb. It was for Dak. When Michael Parsons didn't show up in the beginning of OTAs, you hurting the team, you selfish. See those topic lines, man.
Yeah.
So you a Cowboy, so you just got to deal with those topic lines because you a Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's sad, but that's what it is. All these other teams got problems. Did you know Odell Beckham ain't practiced yet?
Oh, he haven't practiced yet?
You didn't know that.
I ain't know that. They said Kadarius Toney got released. Is that who Murphy this is? What Murphy is it? That Miles Murphy or what Murphy that is? What Murphy that is? Miles Murphy. Okay, who's Miles Murphy? Miles Murphy.
I have no clue.
Is it DB?
And I don't want Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney.
Don't sit there and say we need to pick him up. He's trash. I don't want it. Don't.
Hey, now what I tell you about that trash, man? I respect Kadarius Toney. Without Kadarius Toney, the Chiefs wouldn't have won that Super Bowl, man. Come on, 100 grand. Hey, he did his job. He had one assignment. He ran it for 80 yards or 70 yards against those damn Eagles. And Kadarius Toney, he gave it to the Eagles just like he never could against the Giants when he was playing with the Giants. So, yeah, Kadarius Toney, he'll forever be marked as a hero in my books. Yeah.
But that's sad, though, because he's a first-round pick, ain't he? He was a first-round pick, second-round pick.
Oh, yeah, he was something, man. He first round pick, you know. Yeah, if he can't catch, man, he got hands of bricks, man.
He's fast, but he can't catch the ball.
Yeah, let me see, 6'5". He was drafted. Miles Murphy. Oh, I know who Miles is. Damn, they already released him. He was drafted last year. I'll pick up Miles Murphy for a cup of coffee. 6'5", 275 off the edge.
Yeah, I would. I'd give him a shot.
You give him a shot of coffee, man. I think we were looking at some film on him in college. Clemson Tigers. Yeah, I know exactly who Miles Murphy is. Yeah. Damn, they got rid of him real quick. He must didn't fit scheme at all. I think upside with him. He had 3 sacks last season. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at some of his tape though. But yeah, that's crazy.
Even that. How you get off of a what was he? First round pick?
He was first round 2023. So shoot, he must have.
How do you get off of a first round pick that fast? If that happened in Cowboys land,
I'm
gonna be all over the Joneses. What's going on? Come on.
Hey, breaking news: Cowboys released Mozzie. That shit. Breaking news: the Dallas Cowboys released Mozzie Smith. Shit. Oh my God. Was Miles Murphy drafted before Mozzie though? I think he was. He's the Mozzie. He's the Mozzie guy, right? He was drafted the same year. Miles Murphy, young than Carl Lawson, would be a practice squad guy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the Cowboys at least experimenting with Miles. I guess in this system.
Bring him in.
6'5", 275.
Still a young guy. I don't know.
Oh! Disclaimer. I was just joking. We didn't release my guy Mozzie Smith, man. And shout out to Mommy Smith too. Mommy Smith, man. I love you and I love your son and everybody. You know, we love y'all.
We just joking.
We just joking, man. I forgot.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
They'll hold me to it, man. Law, you said Dallas Cowboys signed Dak Prescott. That was the opening of the statement there. Oh, my God. Kelvin Joseph was released, too, by the way. Do he give the ring back?
Yeah, I said that. No. Come on, no.
He got to get that ring back. He was on the practice squad. But, man, I appreciate you for calling. What else you got, man, before I let the next caller on, bro?
Oh, man. That's it, man. That's all I got, man.
Man, but come on with it, man. Let's go pick up Miles Murphy, man, and Miles Moreau, too, man. Come on, let's pick up all of the Miles.
Yeah. Give him a shot.
Yeah. And what about Noah Brown? Do you bring Noah Brown back for a cup of coffee?
What is you doing, Lord? Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hell, man. But all right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro.
Noah Brown looking like, I'm going to find that law. Yeah. I would rather bring Michael Gallup back off of retirement versus seeing Noah Brown. What Noah can do for you. I got Marcus from the 513. You're live, and then we got we gonna try to get this thing going. What you got?
Hey, what's good, Law? How are you?
Man, doing great, man. What you got?
Good, man. So I feel like there's something we may be overlooking right now, and I'm just kind of curious. Like, what are we doing with pass rush? We have Micah Parsons, and we have nobody. Like, literally nobody. When I say nobody, I mean nobody.
Yeah.
It's like crickets in the room. You know, it's like, who's our other pass rusher?
Well, we got 94, and we got Parsons and Law. Those are our staple pieces, and that's about it. I don't think Chauncey is going to be a high bendy guy to get sacks. I think that who else we got? Tyrus Wheat. I don't think that he's going to be a high volume sack guy. So.
Oh boy.
But man, I'm taking a flyer at Miles Murphy right now. You know, just off of upside. You know.
Yeah, I think Miles Murphy would be a good look because I think people may not be fully aware of the Bengals roster. I mean, the Bengals have basically 2 top caliber Pro Bowl defensive ends already. So I think they're kind of letting Murphy may be able to go somewhere else to develop his career. I'm not sure if it's that type of move because, I mean, they got Sam Hubbard, they got Hendrickson. They're going to be there for a while. I don't think Murphy's going to get an opportunity like he should as a first-round pick.
Man,
why not bring him in?
He got 5. They had 5 years on the guy. And you can at least use them for insurance pieces, but it's a crazy thing that they said, look, we moving on, we ain't dealing with this. And they didn't even let the man materialize because he was just drafted. Like, he must have – I'm waiting on some type of reports that PED involved, DV involved, right, or something else that's got to be involved with that, you know.
That is interesting. Now, what do you think of Carl Lawson getting cut?
They may say, okay, we'll bring you on back to the practice squad as one of the practice squad veteran guys, I believe. I think that it could be something dealing with that he didn't buy into the system or he wasn't utilized. I saw him out there. He didn't really get pressure. It could be a array of things that I just don't know what the Cowboys are thinking in that particular department. But it's a wait and see. Or they could have got news that the other teams releasing other edge rushers like a Miles Murphy, and they're going to try to take a look at, you know. So I'm quite sure that I know one thing for sure, that Miles Murphy, if we don't pick him up, either the 49ers going to pick him up or the Ravens
Eagles,
or the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens, 49ers, or maybe the Eagles to a degree, because those teams normally tend to look at former first-round draft picks as high commodity type of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So there's like a couple questions I just have on the defensive side. It's like, I feel like we have a lot of good pieces. We added some good pieces. But like now with these injuries and these cuts, it's like where are we substituting this stuff? And it's gonna be interesting too. Week 1 out the gate, we're gonna have to see what Parsons can do as the outside starter.
Yeah, I'm looking for the veterans that's going to be released this week at the DB room, and I got to bring somebody in. I get the Carsons. That's a gambler's move right there, to say that he's ready, and it could work for us. But I'm not trying to put my 2024 season on the line with a rookie. I'm definitely not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I hope they go that approach.
Yeah, that's not a wise decision. That's riding without a flat. Riding without a spare tire. Basically, in my opinion. Yeah, I appreciate you for calling in, though, Marcus.
Yes, sir, bro. Take care. How about them Cowboys?
No doubt. Appreciate you. Murphy hurt, not released. Okay, let me go back in and fix my tweet then. Man, y'all hoodwinked me, man. Why y'all get me like that? Hold on. Okay, let me delete that. Then. Shoot, let me delete that, man. Y'all got me all in a... I don't want to get hit up with the true factors out there. Let me delete that. Going once, going twice. Was Myles Murphy hurt or was released? Going once, twice. Somebody got the wrong Murphy. Okay. All right, let me delete 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, good. Whew. All right, good. I got it before people start resharing. So, ladies and gentlemen, Myles Murphy is not gone. Ladies and gentlemen, so disregard that last segment and get things moving from here. All right, so let's do... How many more we got? We got a lot of folks in here. And I got only 10 minutes left for the show. I got to get ready to head up to the Star in Frisco. So let me go with A. Lou, B. Bird in the 202. Okay? And then we would try to squeeze in my guy Glenn, but, we going to try. We're going to try, man. A. Lou.
Hey, live. What's good, Law? What's good with you?
Man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. What you got?
Hey, man, I want to see us do something with the safety room. I want to actually see they preach the young player this, the young player that. I honestly wouldn't. I don't want to lose Wood, Halls, from the safety room. I would honestly let Hooker go before I lose Wood, and just let my young players play.
You deal with the unknown versus the known.
I would because at the end of the day, Wanye is going to take that position.
What happens week 1? Would take the bad angle again, and it's 70 yards for another touchdown.
Well, Wood wouldn't start. Wanye would start.
He got a growing. He's going to be out for at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 weeks at the most.
But he got a growing 2 weeks ago, right?
So yeah, that knock it down. What it's going to be? Maybe for the Baltimore game.
Game time decision.
Game time decision. So now your room whereas it was strong, now it become one of the weakest rooms.
Yeah, I can see that. I didn't know he was going to be out that long. I know he got injured because he didn't play in the last preseason game. So I saw that. But well, I guess Hooker's he stays on the roster. I just like to see the young players get a shot outside of the old vets. That I get it. Yes, they're established, but at the same time, they don't have any. They are what they are at this point. And to me, Hooker's he was good when he came out of Ohio State. Indianapolis, he was good. injuries derailed his whole career, and now I guarantee you can find somebody or something that's a little bit better. We probably could have went after Simmons and got 10 times better and paid $8 million for it. You know what I'm saying? So water under the bridge. Also, with Bland being out, I understand we want Carson out there, but I would not put it past Zimmer about putting Izzy back there. I would not put it past him. I wouldn't. He has experience. He has playoff experience. He's young. He started to come along. You know, him and Dan Quinn got into it for whatever reason, and he sat the bench the whole year last year, which was crazy to me. I don't understand how you have a 6'2", 6'3" corner / safety that can play the slot and on the outside. That's an anomaly in this league. And he's not bad. Like, you know, everybody gets burnt. Trey Diggs gets burnt.
Right.
But he's not bad. He's not a Kelvin Joseph bad.
Yeah. I agree with that part, but I just don't agree with the hooker thing. I get it. You know, the responsibilities of a safety is also being the brain of the operation, alignment and assignment.
Yeah.
Point and make sure people in the right gaps and these sorts of things. And my only, I guess people would look at hooker from a older guy reservation part of it, but there's not a lot of bad tape on hooker, believe it or not. He was by far, and I'm not using PFF grades here, but he was graded the highest run stopper in your safety room. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
I mean,
yeah,
that's interesting. But at the same time, does it really matter when you get ran over 200 yards?
He only had like 5 missed tackles opposed to the other guys. So I get what you're saying, though. I get exactly what you're saying. Wood would be, if Wood was, and I'm not trying to be crass of the Wood family or what have you, but if Wood was Wood, he would have been drafted earlier, you know, or he would have been in the conversations of being a drafted guy. Not saying that undrafted guys can't make this team and won't make an impact, but if you go back and you watch a few things, there are some reservations even with Wood's game and tape. But he is good, and I'm not taking that away from him. But it will be a hard pass for me to get rid of a known for an unknown, especially in this particular system.
I got you. Yeah. Definitely get it. What do you think they're going to do at running back?
They're going to go by committee. The running back of choice would be Zeke, Rico, and then everybody else will be the ancillary. It's going to be 1-2 punch, and then the third guy to give a spell could be either Deuce or Cooks in that particular faction. If they decide to sign Cook, I meant to say. So.
Got you. And that's the last thing I'm gonna leave off on. I'm gonna tell you right now. They're not gonna re-sign Dak. I just don't see them doing it.
Yeah. Hey.
They played around with Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
And you needed Lamb had a little leverage. Dak has all the leverage, and Dak knows. He's already said it. He knows if he goes to free agency, he'll be the highest paid quarterback ever. He knows that.
Yeah.
So from him having the Joneses by the balls, which is very interesting for them to allow to happen.
Yeah.
They'll be that not naive. They'll be that hard-headed and say, all right, well, this is our offer and we're not budging.
Yeah.
And they'll play that role and let him go free agency. He'll go somewhere else and get signed. Because they don't bid on players. They don't do that. They don't go through a bidding war.
Well, they didn't allow him to enter the market the last time. So if they don't dance with him within these last week of the open thing or what have you before the season kickoff, and he said that he will make the necessary adjustment this season and listen to them. If he goes into this thing and if he throws 38 to 40 touchdowns, right, to 8 to 9 interceptions again, and the Cowboys decide to let that walk, then that's on the Cowboys. That's not on him.
Yeah.
And that's on all of the other fans that's in their feelings about, postseason stuff. My thing is be mindful of those things are not easily done. And those things, what you got to do is, and it's crazy, when you get to the postseason, and if you know that your quarterback can give you that, then why not add the other things that you've been weak at so that you can get over the hump?
Right.
Meaning that he's undefeated in the postseason when you have a running back that average over 3 yards per toe. That's not asking for a lot. So that means give him a running back. John Elway, he had yellow teeth before he got a chance to win the Super Bowl because they gave him run game. He had stout defenses. That could be the same thing for Dak Prescott. Not saying that he's John Elway, but I'm just looking at the numbers.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because he has what only the top tier quarterbacks have. He can throw that ball. He when he get wide-eyed Dak, that's something totally different.
Yeah.
When he's locked in, he's good. He's good to go. You praise Lamar Jackson, you praise Josh Allen, you praise Joe Burrow. Dak is right there with them.
Yeah.
He's better. He's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. But the Joneses are the Joneses, man. We'll find out, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, fam.
Yep.
That's my guy, A. Lou, man. Always good call to hear from him. Let's go with B Bird and then the 202. B Bird, you're live, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, Law? I'm be
Not
quick
much.
with this, man.
Go ahead.
I just happen to be looking at, I think it's over the cap, and you might not be equipped to answer this question because I try to understand the salary cap ins and outs, but it's just kind of hard for me. Okay, I'm gonna give you a compare and contrast. CeeDee Lamb signed a contract, and then I don't know. Can you go? It's like you're going to it.
Yeah, I'm going to it now. It went down to $20 million, so the 28 is roughly gone now, so it's 20. Yeah.
So can you get CD on there at all?
I think that's the adjustment because yesterday it was 28 or early this morning it was 28. Yeah.
So I was looking at what he costs against the cap himself, CD.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at it, and he actually costs $30-something million against the cap every year of that contract. And so
go ahead.
what I looked at is, and I juxtapose that against A.J. Brown contract when he signed 3 years for $96 million. And I'm looking at his, and his is 17, 23, 22, and 27, and 29 against the cap. They added more years on it to stretch it out. I don't understand why we don't do that to lessen the cap hit. It looks like we're taking the actual cap hit.
How much money was it out of it was cash?
Yeah, I don't know with A.J. Brown. I'm just confused because the Eagles look like they do a lot of signing the contracts because between A.J. Brown, Smith, and Hurts, they're only counting $33 million against the cap this year. And all of them just signed contracts in the last 2 years. I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe I just don't know the cap like that, but I'm just kind of confused on why. Because CD is costing against the cap. He's costing. Let me get it.
I'm trying to pull this up too.
So next year he'd be $35 million, then $33 million, then $36 million, then $39 million, which is almost the whole contract.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you sign a contract, you figure you get some kind of relief on it. But
normally you do, depending on what was the upfront cash and all of that, and how much it's gonna. You can always do some gymnastics once the year hit enter in because you can prorate the money, and it's depending on how they slide and how many voidable years at the end of the contract. And Spot Rack now is not loading on my end. Are you able to go to Spot?
Not loaded on mine either.
Okay, good. So once Spot Rack loads, man, I'll be able to, because I got the premium one that will circumcise it, man, for us. Maybe too many people trying to looking at it. Okay.
Over the cap does have it.
They do have it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but so I'm looking at Sean Green, you're right. So what the Eagles do is they add void years on the back end and then put some of the money into that. And then by the time they get to that, then they'll say, okay, now we can redo your contract. And so I don't know, but to me that's the way to go if you try to get more people on your team, because CD costing 35, 34. To me, that's counterproductive of trying to win. I mean, you can still give the person money and spread it out throughout the more years. Because remember, AJ only signed for 3 years, but on here he signs through 2030. There's a lot of void years on the back.
Yeah, and Torrey Dundee, that's what he wanted. He was trying to get Lamb a 3-year deal, right? Yeah. And Lamb and they started off with 6-year deal from what I was told. And they went to 5, and now it's a 4-year deal. And
but what I'm saying, Law, is this: you could still give him a 4-year deal, but suppose you make it look like you add some void years on the back, and then that way you could spread some of the cap hit through those void years. And understand that at this point in time, either we're going to re-sign him or to a new contract, or we're going to let him go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, that's all I wanted, man. I'm gonna let you go and let you get some more people on.
No doubt, man. Good call from B Bird.
All right,
he stretched my mind on that one. I'm trying to pull up Spot Rack. It's just slow right now. Maybe too many people entering into Spot Rack. So or Spoke Track or Spoke Rack, however you want to call it. I would say this though. With all of this, it's up on your end. Maybe what's going on with Spot Rack? Yeah, maybe something wrong with it on my end. Maybe I'm connected to a wrong server. All right, 202, you're live, and then we're gonna wrap it up. 202, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, this is the Big Amish from the 202.
Big Amish,
Got
man.
some observations.
Appreciate you, bro.
Observations regarding Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after watching the preseason, I've come to the following conclusion. That is, I've seen the same thing from Dak Prescott, throwing interceptions in 3 straight playoff games.
Right.
Look like crap. Like crap that I'd never want to eat a sandwich with. Okay, the distinguishing feature that I see in Trey Lance is that he could actually make plays with his feet.
Right.
He can make plays, big plays, which Dak Prescott did not do 3 times in a row on some of the biggest scenes. And I can't forgive that. And I am the biggest Dak fan. I was.
You was.
But the 3rd loss was a charm. I cannot, when I look at it, I see Danny White. Actually, a worse version of Danny White.
Danny
White, 3
version of
NFC championship games, lost all 3.
Let me ask you this though: in that Trey
Okay.
Lance game, were they scheming against Trey?
You know what? No.
It was not scheming. Okay. If are any of those guys perennial Pro Bowlers?
No,
Super Bowl
I
champs?
get you. Well,
Yeah.
You have me on that. I'm
Yeah.
giving you the eye test.
Yeah, you're giving the eye test. So what I'm saying is that basically we saw Trey Lance and vanilla going up against vanilla defenses, whereas some of those guys outside of Tony, because he's been in the league for a minute, is going to be working at Amazon, dropping off packages and UPS. And I'm not beating up Trey. I think he got some wheels to his legs. I think that, when you look at the postseason game, we was avoided of run. Like I said, the running backs were averaging 1.92 yards per tote, whereas the opposing running back was averaging 9 yards before even contact. That was like trying to play left-handed when you're right. I get it, Dak Prescott. Those 2 INTs, the pick sixes, especially the pick 6, was just terrible, just flat out terrible. The first INT, Brandon Cooks could have fought for that ball a little bit better, and he said that he stopped his route, and the dude made a phenomenal approach to that. But for us to try to equate a postseason game to a team that didn't even make the playoff last year in preseason, it's going to be kind of different, though, and that's just my honest thoughts.
No,
Trey, it's going to be
it'll
be years for Trey to get to that level, though.
But I don't know if even if he doesn't get to that level. Here's my point. When Trey Lance went down after a run and left a few seconds on the clock to kick that field goal,
right,
I couldn't help and I'm sure I'm not the only one, who went back and thought about that San Francisco game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't forgive that.
Yeah.
I can't. Not 3 times in a row. All I'm saying is Dak's not going to be the savior unless I'm wrong. Okay,
Right.
and I'll be the first one to admit it. And I'm saying it as the biggest Dak fan prior to that 3rd loss. Okay, I don't know what Trey Lance's future holds. I don't know. I'm just
who
saying,
was the savior when Roger Staubach played? Are you old enough to remember Roger Staubach?
Yes, I am. That was my hero.
It was your hero. if Drew Pearson had Noah Brown hands, would Roger be a star?
Yeah. No.
Right.
But
You see
Roger-
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
Yeah. Who's the running back who was the running back that Roger Staubach had in the backfield?
Well, he had Dorsett, and prior to Dorsett, he had Dwayne Thomas.
Are any of those guys are any of those guys ever been on the level of Tony Pollard? They've been on a higher level, right?
Right. No. Those guys were, we're talking like Hall of Fame. Well, obviously, Tony Dorsett, Dwayne Thomas had his career cut short.
Mm-hmm.
But Deuce Vaughn, you know what? He's a screen machine. I'm optimistic.
Okay.
It's about finding the talent and putting those pieces in play. And again, I love that. I'm not saying let's tank the season or anything like that.
Right.
I'm just saying what I see, I don't see us winning playoff games. After 3 losses, I'll give it 1%.
Yeah, 1%.
That you could flip the script.
Right. I'm just trying to just pull back these things that I'm trying to just help everybody out with, not just you. Because in the 90s, what was the game in the postseason that you remember that Troy did it all by himself?
In the postseason.
Postseason.
Well, the one game that sticks out, and it wasn't just him, but making the throws when it counts is what matters. Making the play
when it counts. When did Troy had to throw into quarters defense, and everybody had a light box? When did Troy had that? What kind of caliber?
Well, he did it in San Francisco.
Which game?
Slant to championship game when he hit that slant to 80. I apologize. I'm drawing a blank.
You talking about Alvin Harper? Why was that?
Yeah.
Why was that open?
Well, they blitzed.
They blitzed.
If I remember correctly,
and who did primarily got it? They tried to stop, and they allowed a one-on-one.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah. So the focus and concentration was on Irvin and Emmett, and that's why Harper was able to be open like that, even when Irv tried to switch spots, because nobody cared about Alvin.
You're right.
And on this team, nobody cared about Tony Pollard. No one cared about anything, but they dropped 7, and they were able to fabricate pressure with 4. So my thing is, I understand what the frustration on Dak, because he's by far the low-hanging fruit. But there was nobody else in that game that we can rely upon. But in the 90s, when we won 3 Super Bowls, there were multiple levels of people that we can rely upon, whether it was Jay Novacek, whether it was Emmett, whether it was, to a degree, even my guy, Kenny the Shark on a few series there. So we always, it was always somebody standing tall and making plays outside of just the quarterback. And that goes all the way back to Staubach. We had the doomsday defense. Was this defense considered doomsday?
No.
At any point? So that's what I'm trying to make here.
No, you're right. But the offensive line.
Go ahead.
Let me make that comparison.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah.
The offensive line, here's my issue. My issue is, okay, you're going to argue Dak Prescott had a great offensive line. You could argue then that fell apart a little bit. You had injuries, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what the future holds. We just know there's 2 rookies about to join that offensive line this year. There's a lot of uncertainty. As much as we'd like to see it play out, there's a lot of uncertainty. They're rookies. But what I'm saying is Dak had the opportunities with a powerful, top offensive line, and he couldn't make the throws. He looked like a deer in headlights when they put pressure or changed up the defenses against them. San Fran whipped him. The defense whipped him. That's I can't stand seeing that. And I'm sure Dak doesn't either. I'm just saying
right.
I love the Cowboys.
Yeah, I get it. I get exactly what you said. Yeah.
That's all. I'm not. And I love Dak.
Right.
But I want to see us get over that hump. How do we get over that hump?
Do you believe in the hearts that we are in more of a competition and competing better? If you just remove the cancer, which is Dak, we'll be a better team.
Well, I'm not saying he's a cancer. All I'm saying is I think something has to happen where either Dak flourishes, but he had those chances, or and this could be the year, and I'll say it. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Yeah.
Or you got to change ship. I do not believe Jerry Jones should give him a contract. Let it play it out.
Okay.
That's all. At least in October, let it play out. If you want to do a deal, let's see how the first month or two go right before the trade deadline, and see what happens. Because if we stink, if we go out and pull a 4-4 or we're 3-5, then Dak Prescott he's not going to get flowers anymore, is he?
Right. But even with that, you speaking from a terminology that those days were when we had the other quarterback here. Dak Prescott, even in his worst seasons, finished out at minimum 8-8, right? And that was 2019 at minimum. So even if you look at it, I think that this team is more talented than that team. And if you look back at his second year in his NFL season, he finished out, or the team finished out 9-7. I think that we are better than that year. And both of those years, that was with the Jason Garrett administration. I think that Mike McCarthy and Mike Zim is a whole lot better than that. And I think that Dak Prescott improved since that time frame. So I don't foresee us being in that condition unless he's hurt or something like that. But outside of that, this is still, in my opinion, a 10+ win team.
But you're basing that on Cooper Beebe holding the fort down.
Yeah, I'm basing that off of historical data, man. Tyler Guyton, I seen us win 10 games with Ty Nsekhe. I think that Tyler Guyton is better than Ty Nsekhe and Cam Fleming and them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we are better in that situation. And Tyler Biadasz, he's a guy that we can look back at and say, all right, yeah, he stood tall with us. But I seen us win 10 games with Joe Looney. I think that BB has got better upside than Tyler Biadasz, and he's better than Joe Looney. So I think that we will be okay in that department. I think that we probably be overanalyzing things.
Well, you're right. I agree with you there, but the same can be said about Dak. If you remove Dak, just like you would say, get over that hump.
Right.
Yeah. Who do you put into that? Because Cooper Rush won games.
Yeah.
He was 4-1. There were people screaming Cooper Rush should be the president.
Yeah, I mean,
he should be running the show.
I saw Jason Garrett win games. I saw Steve Berline and when his name was called, and Bernie Kosar win games. But I get it; those are all backups, and Cooper Rush, to a degree, all of the games that he ever won with a Cowboys uniform on, the opposing team never scored more than 21 points. If we think that we can go through the entirety of the season winning every game and holding teams under 21 points, then let's do the Cooper Rush administration. But I don't believe that we're going to be able to play every game and hold teams under 21 points. That's just how I look at it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Roll out Dak. If we're going to we'll let him roll out and throw on the run. I used to love that in the first couple of years, his rookie season. I love it, and he throws a great ball on the run.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league on rollout passes. But I appreciate you, man. What's your name so I can lock you in, bro?
Oh, call me the Big Amish.
The Big Amish. Hold on. Let me put, Big Amish. Man, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You have a good day and a better tomorrow. Let's go with it. Yeah. And I know most of you guys are like, man, how can he be the last caller? But, man,
Goodbye.
Hey, if you guys feel as if, though, I was wrong on any of those points that I broke out through that assessment there, then let me know. When did we ever had a doomsday defense? When did we had Dwayne Thomas in as well as Dorsett, right? Let me know when, and may he rest in peace, Dwayne Thomas, right? And when did we, had Drew Pearson with out here with Noah Brown's hands, Yeah. And shout out to Noah Brown. I ain't trying to throw any salt and shade at him. But, when we go back and we will even look at the 90s defense and the 90s offense, when did we had that, luxury of leaning on Emmitt Smith? To this day, he got the postseason record of touchdowns. Nobody got that record of 19, I believe, collective touchdowns in the postseason. We don't have that here. And one can argue and say, yeah, man, we had Zeke, who's a generational talent. But we had Jason Garrett during the good parts of Zeke's career. Jason Garrett, right? What a waste of riches right there. That's just how it goes. He was drafted in 2016. It's 2024. Running backs age like bananas on top of the refrigerator. That's just how it goes, man. It's equivalent to say, yeah, man, we got the 2000 Emmett, and we're trying to win with the 2000 Emmett. That's not going to happen, We put the 2000 Emmett, the 2000 version of Emmett, remember, because he played all the way to the year 2000, I believe, on the 93 Cowboys roster and saying, hey, you got Emmett. No, they ain't the same, dog. It's not the same. Lawrence says, who all been cut today? I think we just got other news that Darius Harris been cut. And I get it. Somebody going to say, hey, man, you just a Dak Prescott an apologist. Well, who do you want? If you guys believe that any quarterback can do the things, if you guys believe that any quarterback can do the things that we just had in this system, then so be it, My guy Action, shout out to you, man. He says, the Noah Brown against Drew Pearson playoff comparison was reaching, big dog. Noah never been Dak number one in the playoffs. But that's who they gave us. They literally gave us, let me see, they gave us CeeDee Lamb and Noah Brown for 2022. And some guy that's 33 in the third years of age and say go win the Super Bowl. Those were our weapons. Whereas the opposing team, they get Debo, they get Brandon Ayuk, they get CMC, they get a whole entree of food and appetizers, and we get that, and we say, hey, keep the results the same. We want the results. We want to win the Super Bowl, right? And then they yell out, well, Pat Mahomes is able to do it. When they got an interior guy named Chris Jones, they had no ill feelings of keeping their defensive coordinator and on top of that their offensive guru Andy Reid, and they're not installing systems every single year. Think about that. So it goes crazy against those things. Polo says Aikman had Irvin. Yeah. Look, to compare the different ages and times of in which we have coaching differences is crazy, Desmond Ridder just got hurt last preseason. Yeah, Pat Mahomes is one of a kind talent. Yeah, it's like a unicorn, Yeah, Pat Mahomes is him. But even with him, they realize they can't win the Super Bowl with just him, is what I'm trying to preach to y'all. He got blown out against the Buccaneers. Y'all fail to realize that. That dude got blown out. He couldn't move the ball. And he had weapons that year. He had Tyreek Hill. He had the same Travis Kelce. But up front, they couldn't block They couldn't bust through a wet paper bag. He had a number 1 or a number something like that draft pick out of a running back. They couldn't do those things. It's a team effort. So they solidified their up fronts and they kept everything going. So I know, I get it, man. People think, and they don't have a meddling owner. That's another thing that y'all fail to realize. But my thing is, if the solution is to get rid of Dak, and if y'all think that these other quarterbacks can be, I guess, the end-all be-all, then have at it. Have at it. But at the end of the day, man, weapons or without weapons, we can argue that in 2021, oh, man, we had Gallup to have 1,000 yards. We had Amari Cooper to have 1,000 yards. Oh, man, you add CeeDee Lamb with 1,000 yards, and y'all still couldn't do anything. Zeke had 1,000 yards. Y'all had all of those things. And we still ran 4 curls brought to you by Kellen Moore. Yeah. And then instead of bringing and running that back, we decided to break that down, right? And do a new install. Didn't still go out there and give us a running back. Regardless of the situation, the Cowboys, the 2 games that we were able to win in the postseason, how about that? The running back was able to average more than 3 yards per toe. It's a team effort. Don't y'all know we lose multiple playoff games without Emmett? I guarantee you somebody was watching and saying to themselves, Barry Foster is just as good as Emmett. Oh my God, man. Somebody was watching and saying to themselves, Natron Means was just as good as Emmett. Yeah. But did they had the kind of caliber of complete team that we had? No. Somebody would argue and say, well, Barry Sanders is better than Emmett. Being better don't mean that you're going to get the ring, right? Thurman Thomas was real good as a running back. But he wasn't Emmett. It takes a complete team is what I'm trying to say. Takes a complete team and coaching. Marvin Levy, a hell of a coach, but he's not Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson on the Bills without a meddling owner. Woo! I'm counting 8 Super Bowls. Yeah, I'm counting 8 Super Bowls. And still counting. They probably still have Jimmy Johnson over there. So sometimes you got to have those things in place. And shout out to Marvin Levy, though, by the way. Because Bruce Smith and all of those boys, Irvin, they was good. Fryer, by the way. Oh, no, Andre Carter, I meant to say. Really good. But ladies and gentlemen, the reality of it is that we got to stay true to what we got. Own the moment of what we have. Realize that, yeah, in the land of opportunities, this is a new season. All I ask before the season pop off, can we stop the run and can we run the ball? Those are the 2 things that I ask for. I think that Michael Parsons, for those who have reservations on edge rush, damn it, we got one of the top dogs in edge rushing. It's equivalent to asking, do the Raiders have edge rush if they get rid of Max Crosby? It's the equivalency to asking, do the damn 49ers got edge rushing if they get rid of Bosa? It's the equivalent to asking what the hell the Browns going to do if they get rid of Myles Garrett. None of those fan bases are saying that they don't have edge rushing. But the Cowboy fan base say they don't have edge rushing. Y'all acting like we don't have Parsons. Do the damn Steelers have edge rushers if they get rid of TJ? Come on, baby. So y'all got to look at it from that perspective and that point of view. So yes, we got edge rushing. So stop asking and whining and complaining about it. We got edge rush. We're going to be able to contain. We got Law and Parsons. And then as a kicker, we have Marshawn Nealon, who's growing and developing. And whoever they go out and grab to help out that defensive front. It takes a complete team. Parsons would not be used as Parsons used last season. So let's get our mindset focus in. He's going to be used inside the edge. He's going to be used on the blitzing through A gap and B gap. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, it's not that we couldn't stop the run last year against the Cardinals, against the Bills, against the Green Bay Packers. It was how we utilized the weapon that we had. You've seen Parsons get gobbled up inside when they ran the ball his way. Damn it, don't keep him there. Put that brother in the middle of the field. He runs a 4-3. He can get to the edge and stop half of that stuff from materializing. But the Cowboys stayed in the stuck-on mind, stayed in the belief in the principle that, hey, we can get someone else. We can use DBs as linebackers. We're not finna have that. No. Back to real football. Let me get on up out of here.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
Come on. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, all that you scheme and dream is about it if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan to lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, I'm behind on my time because I got to get on up out of here. But remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Roll.